Hi, everyone. 6 Metro firefighters are in trouble tonight after what happened during an emergency call early this morning.
Paramedics were called to help a man with a gunshot to the head. They pronounced him dead and left, but it turns out he was still alive. Investigative reporter Ben Hall has this exclusive story.
Well, it's hard to believe, but it appears paramedics left the scene while the man was still breathing. Police called them back more than an hour later. Tonight, the fire chief is promising a full investigation.
Okay, is he still breathing?
Shot himself. Yeah.
The 911 call came in just after 3 in the morning. A 30-year-old man at Tulip Grove Townhomes in Hermitage had shot himself in the head.
He's still breathing.
Okay.
Help me out.
But after paramedics arrived, paperwork shows they called a Vanderbilt doctor and reported the patient had injuries that were, quote, incompatible with life. They declared him dead at 3:48 a.m. and left.
The physician didn't know as much as he should have at the time he made that determination.
It turns out the victim was still breathing. So police at the scene called for another ambulance 2 hours after the initial 911 call. The victim was finally transported to the hospital nearly 90 minutes after he was initially declared dead.
There is no question that this patient should have been transported.
Dr. Corey Slovis is medical director for the Nashville Fire Department. He and Nashville Fire Chief Rick White said this was a huge mistake.
I'm very disturbed. If someone has signs of life, it's not up to us to decide whether they go or not.
We in the Nashville Fire Bureau will do everything we can to make sure, without a doubt, that something like this does not happen again.
Current protocol says if a person shows no signs of life, no pulse, no breathing, the ambulance should not transport him. But this patient was apparently still struggling to breathe when the ambulance left the scene.
Everybody involved has been placed on administrative leave.
Chief White put all 3 firefighters who responded, as well as an EMT, a paramedic, and an EMS district chief on administrative leave. Now they're investigating and doing damage control.
I want to stress to all Nashvillians that in our entire community that the Nashville Fire Department transports all people with signs of life.
Now, this investigation is still in the very early stages. Again, the patient at last check was still alive in very critical condition, but he is not expected to survive. We'll keep following this.